Well, Black and White Network, it is no mistake, absolutely no mistake, that Donald Trump's sentencing in that Stalinist trial in New York will be held a mere 4 days, I believe, before the RNC actually nominates Donald Trump. Now, the question is, what will the sentence be? Some people says, hey, Trump is a first-time offender. It could probably be probation. It could be house arrest. But prison is still on the table. Now, the judge over there in the People's Republic of New York, this man is severely Trump deranged. It would not surprise me, guys, if Donald Trump was actually thrown in prison. And you know what? Maybe that is a part of the plan. That's why they actually put the sentencing on, I believe, what is it, July the 11th or something like that? Yeah. They probably want Donald Trump in prison. So therefore, when the RNC actually comes a few days later, they're probably hoping that the Republican National Convention actually undercuts Donald Trump and nominates someone else. I believe the people would be furious if that happened. And the Republicans, man, they would lose. I'm just going to call it what it is, man. They would lose because the people want Donald Trump to be the nominee. But maybe the Democrats are saying, hey, we don't care. We want to lock up your nominee for many, many years. Now, it has crossed my mind that there's a possibility that Trump could actually do that, go to prison, and he could still actually run from prison. But if the Republicans undercut him at the RNC, he won't be on the ticket. Now, I'll do this, man. I said it myself. I'm voting Donald Trump whether he's on the ballot or not. Yes, I'm voting for Trump, whether he's in prison or not. And I believe, man, if they actually do send him to prison, that Trump is going to win, and he's going to win big time, guys. Because whether Trump is actually at the RNC or not, I do believe he's going to be the nominee. I truly do believe that. Now, the Republicans, I don't believe they're actually going to nominate someone else. I highly doubt that. Even if Trump is actually in prison. Let's just say Trump is in prison for, let's say, 30 to 60 days. What if they accomplished the Democrats? They kept him off the campaign trail. However, people will be more motivated to vote for Trump than ever. The Democrats, man, they truly want Joe Biden to remain in office and destroy your lives. The polls say that the people are rejecting Joe Biden. They're tired of his progressive policies. Now, Steve Bannon, a big-time Trump ally, man, he has weighed in on what he thinks is going to happen to Donald Trump. And guys, he is predicting prison, but not just prison, multiple years in prison for President Trump. Let's get into this, guys. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member, live stream every single Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you're watching on Rumble, click the join button to get access to the same thing. Here we go, guys. Steve Bannon predicts Trump will be sentenced to multiple years in prison on July the 11th. Yeah, so that is the sentencing date. And folks, believe it or not, man, that's only less than a month away, man. We're talking about like 3 weeks away from that sentencing date, man. We got a clip here of Steve Bannon talking about this. So let's go ahead and roll it, man, because one thing we know, Trump is definitely anti-establishment. He wants to shut down the border and a whole bunch of other things that the establishment doesn't want him to do, man. The establishment doesn't want Donald Trump to make your lives better. The establishment wants you to suffer. Now, Steve Bannon was speaking at Turning Point Action, an event by Turning Point USA. Let's go ahead and roll it, guys. Here we go.
But what they've done is something even worse. They've turned the legal system. They've turned the legal system, whether it is bankruptcy, whether it is taking somebody's law license, whether it's debanking, and they have the greatest president this nation's had since Abraham Lincoln, and they're about to put him. By the way, on the 11th of July, they're going to sentence him for multiple years in prison. You understand that, right? You understand what they're doing in New York, and then they're going to limit how he can travel. How it's going to be court supervised. Why is that? To steal the election. To steal the election.
Well, all these trials, this trial, was all about the election. That's what it was. Just like the what do they call it? Summary judgment. It wasn't even a trial where the judge said, "Hey, you overvalue your properties. Mar-a-Lago is only worth $18 million. So therefore, we're gonna fine you. What was it? $450 million. They were trying to bankrupt him, so he couldn't campaign.
Under no circumstances can they have the Trump administration take back over. They can't have MAGA rule the country. They don't care about this election. They don't care how many votes we get. They're going to fight us every step of the way. Look, it's between now and November 5th. And what Charlie and the team here and you guys are going through these workshops and get out the vote and chase the ballots, and voter integrity is everything. But just winning in November is just the first step. Then from November 5th to the 6th, Jamie Raskin is going to try to steal the election on January 6th. They're already talking about right now, they're already going to say President Trump's an insurrectionist. And we will never certify an election of an insurrectionist.
Yeah, they're going to be election deniers. But this won't be the first time Democrats have been election deniers if Trump wins. It happened before. It happened with George W. Bush as well.
Raskin talks about it all the time. That's why we have to take the House, even by just one seat.
Yeah. Guys, electing Trump is huge. But the Republicans really, really, really need to win the House. They really need to win the House, because if Democrats end up taking the House, they're going to impeach Trump. They're going to slow down his agenda big time. That's a fact, man. That's why the Republicans need to take the House.
And then, starting on high noon on the 20th of January, when President Trump takes his hand off the King James Bible, now, are all you folks going to be there on that day? You better be. We're going to have one hell of a party that night, are we not? They haven't seen a party like that since Andrew Jackson's crowd showed up, taking the drapes out of the White House. I think after Biden, we're going to have an exorcism, correct, that afternoon? For Joe Biden and Dr. Joe Biden and Hunter Biden, all in the Biden, they're a bunch of feral dogs, right? It's a family of feral dogs. We're gonna have to fumigate and have an exorcism. That's when the real work starts. The real work's gonna start on the afternoon of the 20th. And the first thing we gotta stop the forever wars, particularly in Ukraine. No more money for Ukraine, not a penny. Not a penny. We've got to stop the massive spending and what's destroyed the economy. We also have to begin to end the Fed. And we need to get in back of independent cryptocurrencies, not a central bank digital currency where they're going to control you, correct? And most importantly, he's got to seal the southern border, and we got to start the deportation of 10 to 15 million illegal alien invaders.
Yeah, so you heard that, guys. Volume got really loud there near the end. I don't know what happened with that, but I'm going to try to fix that in post-production. But they have, man, Steve Bannon, man, he's right. He's right. You heard the agenda that Trump is actually going to be putting out. That's why the Democrats, man, they want to lock this man up. And they'll probably sentence him to prison, man, but it's going to backfire, man. It's going to backfire big time. I mean, the Democrats are playing with fire. And guess what? They're getting burnt, man. They're getting burnt. I mean, it doesn't take a genius, man, to actually see that the more they prosecute Trump, the more people support him. Everything they're doing, guys, is backfiring. I'm voting for Trump even if he's in prison. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.